It was a series that fans could identify with, and it certainly was real popular with the manufacturers as they challenged one another. And with that philosophy that what wins on Sunday is sold on Monday.
The historic Trans Am thing is we're a group of owners who are enthusiasts who have these cars. We restored them back to the way they were back in the year they were run. We kind of figured out that the history's already been made. We're just the caretakers of these cars, these wonderful cars. These are all the cars we grew up with, all the cars we love. Great group of owners and guys. We respect the cars. We drive the cars really hard. This is art object in motion.
This is a wonderful, fantastic step backward in time. I came of age in the late 60s, early 70s, and the first race I ever covered for radio was the 1970 Lime Rock Trans Am. And to come out here and be a part of this field of cars at this magnificent facility pretty much fulfills all my dreams as a young man, because I wanted to be a Trans Am driver. And when I rolled through that tunnel and came into my car in the paddock, I am, despite what my friends have to say and do here.
This is a 1970 Camaro. It's not a particularly famous car. It was driven by a privateer named Walter Parkins, but it's an original car, raced back in the day, so that's kind of neat. It's a lot of fun. Took us a while to get it all sorted out, but you know, good, like all these Trans Am cars, good power, no brakes, no grip, just kind of slide around and have fun.
And these cars back in the day was without a doubt the best series with the most important drivers ever in America. You had Dan Gurney, you had Mark Donahue, Sam Posey, George Fomer, Parnelli Jones. The list goes on and on. Those exact cars are here today as they were. This car was driven by Peter Gregg, who was famous for Porsche driving for Brumos Porsche. This car was driven by many guys in 1970, 71, and 72. Mark Donahue, Peter Revson, 71, George Fomer, Roy Woods, Vic Elford, Tony Adamowicz, 72, George Fomer, Roy Woods. Unbelievable. Great cars, great history.
This is my 63 Ford Falcon Sprint. It is an original race car. In fact, the only 63 bodied Falcon to ever professionally road race in the United States.
Not the typical interior for a race car.
No, you know, back then, Jim would put his wife and his two kids in the back seat, and they'd drive to the races. They'd get out of the car when they got to the races. He'd take the bumpers off, he'd take the exhaust off, and go racing. And when the racing was done, they'd put the parts back on and drive home as a family.
You know, that's kind of our mission, is to bring what was America's greatest road racing series to a new generation of enthusiasts. My son is 15. He can't wait to drive one of these. He's having a ball. And yeah, this is what it's all about.
This is as clean as it gets. These cars are prepared and preserved exactly how they were raced. It's so important to retain how these cars were raced back in the day. This is the neatest class that there is in racing.
It's a great hobby. This is the best thing you can't possibly. If you hit a golf ball and you hit a good drive, you get a little bit of a rush. If you hit the corner just right, your heart's pounding, life's good.
Lights off of the pace car. Pace cars in pit entrance. Here they come. This beautiful array of historic Trans Am cars. For the next 20 minutes plus one, we'll watch them duke it out around this beautiful 3.4 Circuit of the Americas course. Starter will allow the majority of the field to get down the front straightaway before that green flag comes out. There's setting a good pace front row, doing a nice job of just at the right speed. And we have a green. Racing is underway for historic Trans Am. Haig leading the way, Epson right behind him with Halsey, Kaufman, and Brown. In your top five, two abreast out of two. Haig, the man's beaten that Ford Boss 302, the yellow number 16 in a 235 Ford. Qualified as second ahead of Ken Epson in car number 2, the AMC Javelin. Halsey in a Ford Mustang, and then it's all Chevrolet Camaro of Robert Kaufman and Walt Brown, followed by the Boss Mustang of Bill Oakley. Chad Reno and Patrick Ryan Chevrolet Camaros, along with Steve Link and Arthur Miller. Working one. Ford Mustang Boss 302, a popular car in this class. Started in the 60s, right through the 70s. A Lehigh COTA idea. Red 72 Steve Link of Laguna Beach, California. Ninth, the Black 15 of Bill Ockerlund from Holland, Michigan. 10th, the Black 14 of Ike Keeler from Makatawa, Michigan. 11th, the 8th of Arthur Miller. He's out of Santa Barbara, California. Keeler running 10. Miller running 11 from Santa Barbara. And then 12th, the 77 Richard Goldsmith out of Gilroy, California. 13th, the 70 Richard Alcazar out of Phoenix. 14th, the Green 25, Craig Conley from Rancho Santa Fe, California. 15th, the Blue 22 Carmen Cusack from Conifer, Colorado. 16th, the Black number 5, Michael Eisenberg from Northridge, California. Orange 42 running 17th, Jim Reed, he's out of Newport Beach, California. 18th, the Black 13 of Christy Edelbrock from Torrance, California. 19th, the white number 7, Tony Hart out of Moore Park, California. 20th, the white 89 of Mike Joy out of Santa Clara, California. 21st, the white 1 of Martin Townes from Ukiah, California. 22nd, the red 16 of Vic Edelbrock from Torrance, California. And 23, the blue 2 of Marty Ballou out of Menlo Park, California. Tom McIntyre non-starter. Quite a few California drivers in this field. They like those big cars out there. Ken Espen, Jim Haig goes to tail as Epstein got the draft on Haig in lap 1, and now it is Haig trying to get it back on the inside as they go into turn 1. Haig's got the line. Espen tucks in behind him, and Haig will regain the lead coming out of 2. At the finish line at the completion of lap 2, it was Ken Epson doing car number 2 out of Santa Clara, California, clocking a 2:52.6, 71.4 mile per hour average. As we are 6 minutes into this race, Jim Hake, the pole sitter, trailing him by only 800ths of a second, which basically makes them side by side as they cross the finish line. Then in third, 3.5 seconds back, is Greenwich Connect is Robert Kaufman's orange 77. He holds on to less than a second up from Los Angeles, California. Jim Halsey running fourth with the yellow number 61. 0.7 of a second behind Halsey, Scottsdale, Arizona's Walt Brown in car number 71, sitting 5th overall. And 6th, the number 15 of Patrick Ryan out of Fletcher, North Carolina. He is trailing by 4.5 seconds.